Well, hello, boys and girls. It's your favourite grumpy granny from Grogy's Patch back once again. Today is Sunday, the 26th of November. Crikey, mate, it is nearly December. Where is the month gone? Well, I've got some makeup tips for you today. That's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But, when you're doing books, and especially when you're doing vintage books, sometimes the condition isn't so great. And you look at them and you think you could fix the condition up a little bit before you sell them. But what tools are the best ones to use? And I've tried lots of different things and I've watched YouTube videos and used some of the things that they tell you to use, like paintbrushes and stuff to put a bit of glue on. And I don't know, the hairs come out of the paintbrushes and they're not the right shape for doing that sort of thing. And I've come up with a couple of things of my own that I find actually work. And I thought I'd share those with you today. How about that? So, the first one I actually do want to show you, though, is one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts when I get a really nice, like a book like this one, which is in pretty good nick, right? Except for one thing. Can you see the glaring obvious problem? Someone has, if we can get that in the right light, dog-eared the page. Book's all really good apart from that. Now, you can get it and you can fold that back and then close the book. But, you can still really notice that it's there. Or then you get something like this, where you've got just those little dog ears. Well, I came up with a way of fixing that, and I love it. It's one of my favourite things ever. And I just happened to have, and I just thought, look, out of the blue, I just thought I'd try it one day. So I thought, I need to iron those pages. That's what I thought. And I thought, how can I do it? And I just happened to have this, which is a little travel hair straightener. Now, this particular one is a Remington one. And look, I don't even know whether they make them anymore. I presume that they would. I've had this for years. And haven't ever used it much on my hair, but found it really good for books. And it's quite handy because it's so little. I actually have it's constantly plugged in my top drawer, and I can just, turn it on and off when I need to. So, what do? Now, don't do it on covers of books, especially because you'll wreck the colour on the cover, is what I'm going to say. There. Oh, where is that page gone? Come on, come back to me. Right. This one isn't too bad, the one that I just folded, but it does still have, that noticeable crease. Now, it's going to be a little bit hard to show it, but if you just get your little straightener and just apply a little bit of heat, just gently, where that crease is, you can actually get rid of, making it worse now, you can actually mostly get rid of it. I mean, the crease is still going to be there, but it is definitely going to be much better than what it was, as you can see there. So that's that sort of one. Then when you get these sort, now these take a little bit more patience. So, look, you're not going to do it on something that's probably not worth much like this one. But if you just straighten them up, it just straightens the pages right up. Now, I can't do it holding it up. Let me just see if I can angle my camera down. No, not far enough. Too far. Oh. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. That might work. So I just get it and I just run it over each of the pages. And if you're going to do it, don't try and do a whole heap of pages together, because you'll find that doesn't work very well. But just give it a little run over, heat the page up. And I think part of the trick is too, when you've done it, to make sure that you position the pages back flat while they're still warm. because otherwise you'll get that little bit of a curl. But if you put them where they're supposed to be, now these are a little bit harder because this bit here has actually got the ye old dog ears. So just partly fold it up like so. So yes, if you can see that, just amazing the difference. So we'll just finish this one off. Only a couple to go. And this is why if you've got one like this, like, yeah, as I said, it's not worth something that you're going to, fart assing too much if you're going to put this book in a bundle. But if this is a book that, could sell for, that would have to go in a bundle if you didn't do this, but could sell for, $30 plus post. If you did do it, because it's not all wrecked, then it's certainly worth spending that couple of minutes to do it. Right, that's pretty much got it. And then what I would normally do is actually put that, while it's still warm, I'd normally put a couple of heavy books on top just until it cools, because that heat will help keep it. But, like you can well imagine once it's been pressed for a bit, how much better that is. So, yeah, I hope that's showing up as well as what it did. I mean, you can still see that they've got a little bit of a curve, but there's no more dog ears there. And, yeah, if I put that under something heavy, which I shall right here, then after a while, that will, being the heaviness there, will go back there. I'll leave the camera down also for the next one. So that was my first one. Then you also get your paperbacks, which are like this. And this is a vintage pan. And you can see you've just got these little areas where the covers are coming apart, and that could just do with a little smidge of glue. And it's actually sometimes quite hard trying to get the glue in the right spot. And I've seen people use things like knives and, all sorts of things to do it. And getting a brush that's the right shape to do it with glue. Now, I use this, which is Elmer's School Glue. And it is washable and it doesn't run, safe, and it's non-toxic and all the rest of it. And I started using this because someone else had been using it, like on YouTube. So I'll just get that up a little bit. Now, there's a couple of things I use for this, but I discovered that using makeup brushes was way better than using paint brushes, because the quality of the brushes is a lot better. And again, you can buy them fairly cheaply, but price for these brushes against the same price paint brushes, these are a lot better. So you've got this sort of eyeshadow one, which actually is quite good, but my favourite one is this brush. And this particular one is an e.l.f. professional eyeliner brush. So it's an eyeliner brush, and it's very straight, and I find this one works a treat. So I would normally, and I should have done it, I would normally put this on something, a bit of paper or something, squirt a bit of glue on, and then pick it up from there. So I'll just put it on here so that I can just get a little bit of glue on the tip. And then, because of the shape of it, it actually allows you to go in and carefully put just that little bit of glue where it needs to go. And then it's just a matter of pressing it. Let's get a little bit more glue. And then a bit this side. And you can just press it like so. And then I would put something up against that so that I can get it to actually hold in shape until the glue sticks. And then you have repaired the book a bit. And, you can often make the book worth double what it was before you did that little repair. So it's very, very worthwhile. And here's another one where that's just the side bit's just lifting. I don't know whether you can see that very well. The light's a bit bright. But yeah, there's just a little bit lifting there, and I can just use this brush, and it works beautifully just to get that little bit of glue in there, and so you're not getting too much glue, because if you try and apply the glue straight on it, it's not going to work. And that's immediately made such a difference on that one, because now it's not sticking out. So there you go. So that is that. They are my makeup tips. Use makeup brushes instead of paintbrushes or anything else. And, yep, use the old straightener. All right, I'll put the camera back up. Hopefully where it's supposed to be. Yep, that'll have to do. All right. Now, I thought I would show you a couple of sales today. 2 of them, in fact. So, the first one I want to show you is this. This is Aunt Elizabeth by Netta Syret. It's a rare 1933 first edition, and it's a hardcover that was done by Noble's Book Arcade, as you can see by the big sticker on the top. And look, let me just say, it's not in the world's greatest condition, as you can see, but has got a plastic covering on it, which is good. Lots of stamps and things, bit of foxing, bit of page damage, but, you know, I take photos of all that, so that really, really helps. And I'll just stop sharing there. And then I'm just going to bring up, just bear with me, I should have had these, I thought I had these out, but I didn't. So, all right, now I will be able to share this window.
Hopefully you can't hear me weed.
So here we have the figures for this book, although Grumpy Granny's head's in the way there, but anyway. So I sold the book for $31.58. I think this one had started at $34.95, but because I've been reducing my prices by 1% every day when I've been doing the store reset, it's actually come down to $31.58. Postage is $37, and as you can see, it is off to Ramsgate in Kent in the UK. And so that's $68.58. The transaction fees were $9.15. And cost of goods was 50 cents, which leaves me with a profit of $35.62 for a book that probably, you know, oftentimes might have been thrown out. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, now I will show you the next one. Right, so this one is pretty exciting. This is a Liz Jordan jumper. The pattern's lovely. It's in fantastic condition. Photographed up beautifully. It's a size medium, made in Bangladesh. And as you can see there, I'll just show you the photos that I've taken. It's viscose and nylon. Yeah, really lovely jumper, that one. And the exciting thing about that one is, just let me come back and share the next screen. Okay, and we have this book here, and this is a viewer sale. Thank you very much, Erin, for buying this from my store. I was wrapped, and thank you very much for your note. She said that she appreciates the content that Octo and I put out, and that was quite exciting to actually get a viewer sale. So, yeah, this one, the cost of goods was $1. I got off the sale rack at the Salvos in St Arnaud, and sold it for $22.71. The postage was $11.50, and then transaction fees were $4.36. The ad fees were $3.81, and that left me with a profit of $15.62, which is right where about I'd like to be. You know, somewhere between that, you know, well above that 10. So that's a nice little one. And yeah, thank you again, Erin. All right. We will stop sharing now. And do you want to come and say hello to all the boys and girls? Come and say hello. What's wrong with your foot? Come over here. Look. Have a look. Say hello. Well done. Good boy. It's my grandson Wyatt. And yeah, he's still here at the moment. So totally loves being on camera. All right, boys and girls, that is it for today. Another little nugget. And I will see you tomorrow.